Hey, my name is Grahm Kadyn, and I'll be your guide through this video. And today we're learning about farm safety, which is a very important part of agriculture. So let's take a little trip right this way. So we're here at Moapa Valley's very own ag farm, and there's a lot to learn about farm safety here, so let's just go around the farm and see what there's to learn about.
Just another day on the farm. What? A cow! Oh, great! My arm! Oh.
That's what can happen when you're not being safe on a tractor. A couple tractor safety tips: you gotta watch where you're going, maintain a safe speed, and just use some common sense out there, okay? Okay, so I stopped by the greenhouse so we can see Farmer Kadyn, and he's gonna give us a couple tips on cutting vegetables. Hey there, Farmer Kadyn.
Hey, one thing about cutting the vegetables is, for the safe, oh my goodness, oh, you've cut my hand.
Oh, Farmer Kadyn just cut his arm off. Okay, now, you see, future farmers of America, that's what happens when you're not very careful when cutting vegetables. Listen, you just gotta watch where you're cutting, don't cut your hand off, okay?
Painful.
Good. Another important tip to keep in mind when working at the greenhouse is if there's ever a fire, you gotta know where your fire extinguishers are, alright? So right here near the exit, you'll see a fire extinguisher, this little holder, and if there's a fire in this greenhouse, you just run over, pick it up, and you point and shoot wherever the fire is, and that'll put it out, keeping our vegetables safe. Gotta keep that in mind.
One of the most used tools on the farm is a ladder. The ladders can be very helpful, but very dangerous at the same time. For example, this ladder can only hold 250 pounds. And that means if you're over 250 pounds, this ladder is probably not very safe to use. Another thing is, when climbing up the ladder, you do not want to pass this step, because once you reach this step, you lose balance and the ladder can easily tip. So if you use the ladder, try to use it helpfully and not dangerously.
Another important tip, you gotta keep your workstation clean, okay? So when you're out here at the greenhouse, you're planting all these plants, alright, you're gonna be walking around on this floor. And as you can see, it's filled with water. You gotta brush, keep your workstation clean. Over here, you're gonna brush all this water down into the drain, because when you have a workstation that's dirty all over the floor like this, you can just be walking along and just have a slip, okay? And you can get seriously hurt from that. So, just make sure your workstation is clean.
This here is an electric fence. It is.
So, a lot of you know welding is used at the farm. You know, the cattle, they kick down their fences and whatnot. The metals class gotta come in and weld that stuff. And, yeah, welding can be pretty dangerous. And it's used in agriculture pretty commonly. So, I'm no student of metals, but I know a thing or two about welding. So let me give you a little lesson. First of all, you just gotta be really careful. Alright? While you're welding, it can get really hot. So you're gonna want some gloves, okay? You're gonna want these on the whole time while you're welding, or you'll just burn your fingers right off. So that's really important. And when you're welding, the light is like the sun, okay? You cannot stare at it for very long or you'll go blind. So you're gonna need some safety goggles. These ones are clear, but in real welding, they'll be like tinted like some sweet sunglasses. And you're going to want to wear those the whole time while you're welding so you don't go blind. And mostly, just use some common sense. You only weld metal, and just be safe, and yeah, that's about it.
This here is an electric fence. It is used to keep out all those critters out of the farm. You don't want a cow coming in here and eating up your garden or anything like that. Electric fences can be dangerous. You do not want to throw a pail of water because electricity goes through water, and you don't want to poke it with a metal stick or whatever. That will just travel through. You never want to touch it. These creatures, they're called cows. Cows may look friendly, but some of them aren't. If you get close to them, they may buck you. And getting bucked really hurts. Cows do many good things for the farm. They provide milk, and their waste is used for fertilizer. But they can be dangerous. Do not get close to them unless you have professional help. If you want to get close to a cow, go grab Mr. Wolfley or Mr. O'Toole. They'll be able to help you.
So let's recap a little. Today we learned about all kinds of farmer safety. Cows, welding, cutting, tractor safety. Endless things. You just gotta remember to use common sense on the farm is the most important thing. And always remember, you don't mess around here, okay? This is a serious place, and you should always have a supervisor's help, okay? So, thank you for watching. This is Grahm Harder. Remember, stay safe on the farm.
This agriculture video was brought to you by Grahm Harder and Kadyn Griffiths. This agriculture video on safety was brought to you by Grahm Harder and Kadyn Griffiths.